day 2 of Manifesting Journey here in New Mexico. It was pretty much a recovery day. My voice is still really on the struggle bus, but I'm making it through. I slept pretty well last night. I am not accustomed to sleeping by myself, so I definitely had success with a nightlight in a strange place. I've stayed here before, but never in my house, inside her home. So I'm house sitting for her, and it's been an amazing experience. I'm here back at the river. I don't know if you can see in the background. It's a really beautiful and peaceful place. And the sun is setting. There's clouds kind of wisping through the sky, so it's making it a little bit hazy, but it's all good. So I woke up at 4:30, and because it's 6:30 my normal time, and I decided to pick up this book that my host had. I was really excited. I saw it last night on one of the tables. She has like 1 million books, and I'm not exaggerating. There's books everywhere in the house, which I absolutely love. But this book is called Los Chimayosos, and Chimayó has been a really, really special place for me ever since I was young and my mom took me here. I've just always felt a really deep connection to this area, and I'm not sure, this is part of the manifesting journey of trying to discover, finding out more information. And so I read this morning, really excited to get through the first couple of chapters that talks about the pre-history, the pre-Spanish history, and then it kind of moves into what happened after the Spanish arrived. And they basically, only a few families came into this area, and there was also obviously native peoples, but it wasn't like a continuously inhabited area from what I'm understanding. And this person that wrote it, he spent 50 years researching and did an amazing job of just collecting all the information. But so I just barely started it, but excited to learn more. And then it kind of made me go into like a spiral of my own family history, that I started to reflect on a trip that I took to California 2 years ago. I went with my mom, and her cousin had done really extensive research to kind of find the family tree, like the family history. And it was, as I was going on that deep dive this morning, I was like, okay, this is super confusing, because people would name their kids after like their grandparents. And so it was just weird to see like names repeated, but like with different birth dates. So just trying to like unpack that. And it's interesting how the mind works, because I thought I had it straight. And then as I started to write it down and like draw the maps, right, the family tree maps, I was like, oh, okay, wow, no, this person was like the sister, like the grandparent's sister, and then they named the child after them. So I think that maybe was a common practice. My grandmother was named after her grandmother, and then I felt like, oh my God, I totally disrupted the flow, right? Maybe I should have named my kids after my grandparents. But anyway, that didn't happen. We're in modern times now. So that was a really interesting, just a way to spend the day. I really resisted the urge to drive. Anybody that knows me is like, I get cabin fever like super quick. So, so this trip is like, oh my gosh, I'm going to stay in one place. But it's a beautiful, beautiful landscape. And so I resisted the urge and temptation to go exploring into the Santa Fe farmers market. I'm like, okay, I'll hit it up next weekend. And just really use this time to rest and recuperate, because I feel like we don't allow ourselves time to do that. Like we push, right? We push to make things happen. And I was really grateful that I recognized, like, yeah, I don't need to be running around. There's no rush. I'm not missing anything. I have everything I need. I have enough food to probably feed me for a month between the generous things that my host left and the supplies that I brought from my own house, and then of course the fresh grocery shopping that I did. I started the day with a tea, and then also with a shiitake mushroom saute with my miso soup. So that was really vitamin packed. My congestion is nearly gone, which is wonderful. It really only hung out for like 48 hours, so that's amazing. And then just, yeah, journaling today, reading. In the afternoon, I switched to writing, like getting this, I don't know if you can see, the Bird by Bird by Anne Lamott. I've only read a little bit so far, but I really feel like I'll have a very similar strategy to when I read Natalie Goldberg's Writing Down the Bones, which is how I started my writing practice. And I completely love the strategy of just going for it, just writing down everything, just like this video, just going for it. Like there's no extra takes, there's no editing, like just go. Because that's life, you know, and that's just the way that I think you can capture just like the raw essence of something, and not trying to be wrapped around the axle as far as like the perfectionist aspect of it. So I feel like the strategy maybe will be similar. The chapters are relatively short now that I've gotten through the introduction, which was rather long, but really enjoyable to read. And I plan to, you know, read 2 to 3 chapters and then follow that with my writing practice and just see what happens and just be going with the flow. So that's also part of this manifesting journey, is just to really tap into the voice, tap into my writing voice, and just go for it. So day 2 is almost over. I plan to go to sleep very early, probably by 8 p.m. because it's really 10 p.m. my time, and just I really have no plan, which is not like me. I'm usually very like strategic. I got plans. I have a whole itinerary of what I'm going to do, sometimes hour by hour, and it's just not the time for that. It's the time to really listen to my intuition, listen to the calling, and listen to nature, and just see what it brings. A little bonus clip. I think the sun is almost gone now. I think tomorrow I might hike in the BLM, which those of you from New Mexico are familiar with New Mexico. The BLM stands for the Bureau of Land Management. So kind of you can think about it like the community parks, like so they're managed by the local community, and I can't wait for you to see it. Hopefully the weather cooperates and it's going to be beautiful tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday, so we'll see. But yeah, this little trail, it's a little, maybe, I don't know, maybe, I want to say I've timed it before. Oh, you can see these people's, a little, across the river. This is a different property, but they have like a little deck that they built, super cute. And the host that I'm staying with they actually have a tent, and they don't have it up right now because of the winter season, but it's really big enough to do like a yoga class with like at least 3 people. You can actually stand up in it, so it's pretty cool. But I love the little prayer flags. So the property kind of conjoins with other properties, so this is kind of like the marker of like, okay, you got to turn here, and going through. I think it's just a really nice way to either start or end the day just in nature. And I love these juniper trees. They smell so amazing. And just coming out of the little thicket that's close, so you can tell that the trees like the water, so they're all kind of, and the bigger ones are the cottonwood trees, which are so beautiful in the fall time. I've never actually been here in the summer, but I'd love to come. Here's more little prayer flags, just to let you know that you're on the right on the right path. And then all the way down is where I gotta walk and turn, but it's a beautiful, beautiful landscape area. You can see the water tower and the BLM in the background there, those mountains. Gorgeous. Little doggies barking in the distance. Earlier, I came a little bit earlier and could hear the birds, but I think the birds have now decided that it's time to go to bed, because the temperature, although it was almost 70 today, it's going to dip into the 30s. So that's just kind of that desert climate where it gets really nice and warm and beautiful during the daytime, and then it dips down once the sun. Here's more juniper trees here. You can see the sun setting back there behind that little hazy cloud. But yeah, hearing the doggies. There's also some sheep, and they're kind of like nosy sheep. They like to come and see who's out here, and I can hear their little bells. So maybe I'll go see if they're there. There's my friend. They had a smaller one. Hello. Hello. It's trying to eat the grass on this. Oh, hello, friend. There's the other one. Oh. Okay, well now they got an attitude. Usually they're curious. Hi. Hello. Okay. I'll leave you alone. But there are two. One. I don't know if you can see the other one. See if this thing works. Goodbye, friends.